Kovacic returns. Kai Havertz injury not so serious. Lots of Chelsea transfer news, player quotes, FA Cup draw, the lot. You don't want to miss this Chelsea news blitz, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of news to go through. So, without dilly-dallying around, let's get straight into this. We're going to blitz through some of these news, and I want to hear from each and every one of you guys. What do you think about all of these news, all of these different news that's coming up? I want to hear from you guys. And let's interact. Heaps. First of all, Mateo Kovacic is set to be available for Chelsea selection this weekend against Leeds United. This is massive news. We are looking very thin in midfield. No Kante, God knows when he's going to come back. And it looks like even Thomas Tuchel doesn't know. And it seems like he's a bit frustrated about this situation, not on the player, but about the situation. So this is great news. Jorginho needs a bit of break. He's been playing with a bit of injury. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been playing a lot of game time as well. So it's great for Ruben. I don't know if it's ideal for him to just keep on playing, a game every 2-3 days. He needs a bit of break as well. And we're starting to see a little bit of deviation in Ruben Loftus-Cheek's performance. So a little bit of break for him will do the wonders for him for the rest of the season. So this is good news. Whether Kovacic starts against Leeds United, I don't know. And I don't think so. But even if he can get maybe 10 minutes or so at the end of the game, that'll be fantastic. And that slowly will build on to hopefully starting next week after Leeds United. So this is a fantastic news. We have been in the mud in midfield. And it's going to be great to have someone like Mateo Kovacic back. Before the injury, let's be honest, he was probably our best midfielder. He was producing a lot of high quality assists. And we've missed that. We've missed that sort of high caliber performance from midfield. So it's good to have Mateo Kovacic back. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Kai Havertz's injury isn't serious and he may make the squad for Zenit. Once again, I'm a bit concerned about Romelu Lukaku because Thomas Tuchel said post-match West Ham, where we lost, that Lukaku isn't ready to start and he's probably not even ready for 45 minutes. So then what is he ready for? Is he ready for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes? I don't know. Is he ready for 15 minutes perhaps? This makes me think maybe Romelu Lukaku doesn't start against Zenit. He probably isn't ready to start 90 minutes. I was thinking this is a perfect match for Lukaku to start, but if he's not ready to start, I know it's a Champions League game against Zenit, but then again, we need to win this to ensure we come first. I don't know if Thomas Tuchel's trying to hint that he's not ready yet and he's probably going to come off the bench, but then again, Kai Havertz suffered an injury against West Ham, although this is saying Havertz's injury isn't serious and he may make the squad for Zenit. We'll see what happens. Does Havertz start? Does Lukaku start? I would still like to see Lukaku start, but let's see. Don't be surprised if you see Havertz starting. But the good news is it's not a serious injury. Like we thought maybe he's going to be gone for a couple of weeks as well. At least he's going to be in the squad for Zenit and hopefully he should be fully fit against Leeds. And we need every sort of variation up front. I swear to God, we need it. Next up, Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich is preparing a magnificent farewell for Cesar Azpilicueta should the captain sign for Barcelona upon the expiry of his contract. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, his contract is coming to an end as well. There's not many people have been talking about this enough. People are too caught up with Rudiger and Christensen, rightly so, and also to some degree Thiago Silva. Azpilicueta's contract's coming up to an end as well. I believe, let's have a quick look. I believe it's coming up, I think, the end of this particular season. But let's have a quick look-see and see exactly when this is ending. Is it end of this season or is it end of next season? Contract expires June 30th, 2022. So at the end of this season. So, ladies and gentlemen, there could be a possibility that Azpilicueta may not sign the contract extension. We'll see what happens. In recent times, there's been some rumors as well that he may sign, he may not sign. I don't know who's telling the truth anymore. But if I look at the situation, this is the situation. He's not going to get enough game time. That's the thing. He's not even a right CB anymore. He's playing as a right wing back now. He's more of a rotational player for Reece James. In the RCB, it's Chalobah, and if it's not Chalobah, it's Christensen. Chalobah is injured at the moment, so we could possibly see Azpi sort of playing that role. But once Chalobah comes back and Christensen's there as well, it's going to be one of those two. I know Christensen is a substitute for Silva as well, but we've not seen Azpilicueta this season in RCB role. It's mostly been in the right wing back role when Reece James needed a break, or when he's been suspended, or when he's not been fit. I get the feeling Azpi's career, it is in the latter stages. I mean, what's his age? 32, and he turned 32 in August 28th. So earlier this year, he turned 32. Next season, not this season, next season, he's going to be 33. Look, he still performs well, as I've always said, produces 7 out of 10 performances. But look, Reece James, you're not going to bench him, and Chalobah, you're not going to bench him. Those are the starters, and then Azpilicueta is a filler. Whether he will enjoy being, that particular player, I don't know. He probably still thinks he can, contribute at the highest level. He still plays for Spain, and maybe he wants to feature for Spain in the World Cup. And in order to do that, you need to play matches. And perhaps this could happen for Barcelona. Barcelona can't buy any players. They're looking for free players. We all know that. And this could be a possibility. Let me know how you feel about this. Look, I personally would like to keep Azpilicueta in the squad. I think his leadership quality is much needed. He can still bring up the youngsters and be a father figure, that leader in the staff, which is very, very crucial. So for me, I would like him to stay. But if he feels that he wants more game time, well, I think that's going to be a big compromise. Now, off the back of that, Nigel James, Reece James' father, has come out and given us some quotes. And he said, but Reece has been at Chelsea since he was 6. There isn't a player who has been there that young and gone on to wear the armband. The goal is to be that man. When you hear Chelsea, you think Reece James. This is from Athletic. It's a long article where Nigel James talks about Reece James and his development, his growth, and his ambition and whatnot. Do go check that out. But Reece James, possibly a captain with now, we're talking about perhaps Azpilicueta leaving. And let's be honest, Azpilicueta is probably going to be leaving sometime, whether it's end of this season, whether it's next season, it's going to happen. So I want to ask each and every one of you guys, who is your captain in the future? For me, there's 2 candidates, obviously Mason Mount and Reece James. I know you're going to say, well, what about Jorginho? But look, I don't think Jorginho is going to stick around for more than 2 seasons. After his contract finishes, I think he's going to go to Italy. And we do need to look at perhaps evolving and bringing other sort of players in that role. Your Tchouaménis, we're linked with Declan Rice, Billy Gilmore, and so on and so forth. So I think in the future, the 2 main candidates is Mason Mount and Reece James. And Reece James will be a high caliber type of a captain. His demeanor, his attitude, his personality, perfect. He's Mr. Chelsea. He's going to be Mr. Chelsea. So for me, I don't mind this. I want to hear from each and every one of you guys who could be Chelsea's captain down the track. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Hungry boss Marco Rossi on Chelsea target Attila Szalai. It's hard to name just one player, but right now I see very well Attila Szalai, who plays for Fenerbahce, but I think he's joining Chelsea. This is strange. I've never seen any boss, like a manager, international level manager, come out and actually categorically say a particular player is joining a club. They're saying that he's possibly joining Chelsea. We've covered this maybe a couple of months ago when this came into fruition. And we were sort of tippy-toeing around, is this real? Is this not real? Some are saying, yeah, it is. You should take it, you should take it seriously. Some are saying, no, this is ridiculous. I just don't know. We've not heard from, your Simon Johnsons, Matt Law, Liam Toomey, and all of those sort of, Fabrizio Romano, anyone talk about this particular link to Chelsea. So I don't know how seriously we should take it. He is a player that is a left-sided CB. And obviously, he seems like could be a Rudiger replacement if Rudiger was to leave. But PYS from CFC news page on Instagram saying Szalai to Chelsea is described as cancel sign. So take it how you want to take it. I tend to trust CFC News page a lot. He knows a lot about what's going on. In recent times, I think he broke the Christensen news, why he wasn't getting selected. And he knows a lot of stuff about, lineups well before the lineups actually come out. So if he's saying that this is not true, then I'd have to take it as not true. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Atiya Szalai? Let me know. I mean, is that an adequate Rudiger replacement? We have done well previously when we've bought the no-name sort of type of players, and they've ended up being very, very good for us. As Peliqueta, Edouard Mendy, some of the examples. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, this I want to cover in a more broader sort of scenario down the track, but Hakim Ziyech in Chelsea's best 11 Blues. This is what Hakim Ziyech had to say. I think I'm one of Chelsea's best 11, but manager chooses his team game by game, and he decides what he needs. It's up to me to show him that I should be playing, and I think I'm on the right track now. He has always been sincere, and I appreciate that more than you do it any other way. Hakim Ziyech on the Game Time and Thomas Tuchel. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know. Is Hakim Ziyech part of Chelsea's best 11 right now? Personally, as I said, the front three, it chops and changes so much, and it really is dependent on who we play. But had it not been a back three and back four, and we had another extra player in attack, I think Hakim Ziyech would be part of Chelsea's 11. I mean, looking back at Lampard time, Hakim Ziyech was a regular before, obviously, he got injured. And Ziyech brings that X factor. He brings something different. He can just produce an assist out of nowhere, can score goals. Yes, injury has hampered him. But as I said, if we played with a back four, ladies and gentlemen, I think as an extra attacker, Hakim Ziyech would be in the team, and he would be part of Chelsea's best 11. Is he part of Chelsea's best 11 when we're playing with the back three and the wing backs, three up front? Not always, in my opinion, and I love Hakim Ziyech a lot. I think it's very much dependent on opposition. There's Mason Mount, there's Romelu Lukaku, Kai Havertz, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, Timo Werner. There's a lot of options. So I don't know whether if it's just the front three, if it's out and out Hakim Ziyech. But let me know. Let me know your thoughts about this. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, FA Cup draw official. Chelsea will face Chesterfield in the Emirates third round cup. Look, hopefully this is a walk in the park. Chesterfield, I don't even know what division they're playing from. Is that a championship team? I'm not really even sure. Maybe it's a League Two team. But I think it's between January 7th to 10th weekend. We're going to be playing Chesterfield. Hopefully we can do some rotation in that game. And look, it's a competition I want to take seriously, but Chesterfield is someone that we should be able to beat even without playing our, top team. We should be able to get rid of Chesterfield in no time. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been your Chelsea News Blitz. So much covered. Kovacic returning. That's a huge news. Kai Havertz is not seriously injured is also a big news. These are all going to be important for us for the upcoming fixtures. We've got Zenit coming up. Do look out for the stream tomorrow, UK time, 11 a.m. Eunice and Matisse are coming to the channel. All You Can Eat Chelsea are coming to the other side of the coin. That doesn't mean there won't be All You Can Eat Chelsea on Thursday at Matisse's channel. 100% there will be. It just means double dose. So do look out for that. And let me know your thoughts about all of these different pieces of news we've gone through today. Love to hear from each and every one of you guys. Until next time, take care. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.